Hello everyone, welcome to the channel of RD Automation Learning. So in this video would tell you about the tips and tricks how to get more calls from Naukri.com with respect to 2025. Yes, why did I mention 2025? Because in 2025, the expectations from the automation testers, from the software testers have changed. If you compare the pre-COVID area, right, before COVID came, before the pandemic came, and after the pandemic came, there are a lot of changes that are happening that we are seeing. So before COVID, people were asking for multiple things like functional testing, automation testing, API testing. Now they are asking just for automation API, and they are asking more of the SDIT kind of things. And people are not getting calls only. There are many folks out there who are not getting any calls from the Naukri.com. So how to get more calls from Naukri.com, that we will see. And before we see that in detail, I would also like to tell you about ATS friendly resume template with the projects and ATS friendly resume template for freshers in which the projects are not there. So if you are working in a IT company as a manual tester, or if you are working in a non-IT company and you want to switch to IT as an automation tester, and you don't have any idea of what kind of projects, what kind of content you should keep with respect to the projects that are in demand, then you have to use this template. It would definitely help you a lot. It would assist you a lot in getting the interview calls. This is for the freshers and this is for the experience. Now, let me share few of the tips and tricks with you that many of my subscribers did, and they have started getting the calls. So first is you should create multiple Naukri profiles targeting different locations. For example, if you are in Bangalore and if you are in Pune as well, create two profiles so that whenever you are in your Bangalore based companies will get to your Bangalore based profile and they'll give you the calls. But if you are keeping the location as Pune in your Naukri.com profile, and then you're trying to apply for the Bangalore based company, then you won't get any call in that case. So use multiple Naukri profiles targeting different locations, and use a different phone number, at least email address you can keep for a different account. You have to update your job profile every morning. Now many a times people do ask me, every morning, is it necessary? Yes, that's necessary. Even a small change in the full stop or a small change in the comma is also fine. That is also an updation. Why it is necessary to update? Because when you are updating that profile, so Naukri.com is having an algorithm in which it will boost the profiles that are updated in the last 24 hours. So your profile would be automatically boosted if you have updated in the last 24 hours to the recruiters who are trying to search the profiles, who are trying to search the candidates with respect to the latest vacancies, with respect to the latest positions that they have in their organization. So if you have recently updated it, definitely it would come at the top. So that's the first thing that you have to do. Okay. Then you have to include all the relevant keywords for your job role. Now, what are the keywords for the testing? So every one of us know automation testing, test automation, Selenium, Java, Playwright, programming, API testing, then rest assured, then test automation. So all the words with respect to automation in that, or with respect to test automation, and you can rearrange them. Those are the proper keywords for you. Cucumber, BDD, framework, automation framework. These are all your keywords, right? Now you should include all these relevant keywords in your resume, in your profile as well. Okay. Set your notice period to 15 days or less. Now, many of you might be having 3 months of notice period. So there is a separate video that is already available on YouTube for the tips and tricks for the 90 days of notice period, how you can handle 90 days of notice period. But here, why I'm asking you to set the notice period to 15 days or less, so as to you can start getting the calls. You'll come to know what are the improvement areas, what are the areas where you are still lagging behind and you need the improvement, right? And you should use 6 to 7 bullet points to describe your project. So don't worry about this. This thing is already covered in the template which I showed you on the top mate. So it's a digital product which is available for your assistance. Okay. So you have to add your LinkedIn profile, and very important, you should add your Git profile link as well. That's very important. All those things are very important. Your LinkedIn profile, your Git profile will help you a lot in getting the calls, because the recruiters or the hiring managers, they'll see the code that is uploaded on the Git profile and they'll look into that, right? Include all the job locations in the preferred work location field, which are the job locations where you get more jobs in the IT. All the metro cities you can include, apart from that, the city in which you are living. So those things you can include. And you have to add any relevant certifications that you have. You can replace your career gaps with the freelance work that you have in your resume, those kind of things. Now, after the things that were done, so these were the changes that were done by my subscribers, and they started getting the calls. Now, what made the difference? So they reviewed the JDs carefully. They compared the keywords that were put in the JD, and they started applying with respect to those keywords only. They applied to 15 to 20 jobs, and this is even less. I would suggest you start applying for 40 to 50 jobs daily. You can get more and more job opportunities from Naukri, from LinkedIn, from Glassdoor. There are so many job posters, I would say, the platforms which are posting the jobs. There are so many platforms today. So you should start applying over there, right? And even if you have to message anyone, let it be a human resource person or let it be a hiring management team, what you have to do is you have to approach them with a short introduction of yourself. So maybe a small video plus a resume. So that would help you a lot, because these days there are so many people who are trying to apply with a fake resume, with the fake skills. So if you are applying with a short introduction with a resume, that would help you a lot, right? So you have to tailor your resume for every job using the job description keywords. That's very important. And you have to apply to multiple jobs. You have to review the job descriptions and you have to see which skill sets are mostly including in them. So that skill set you can add in your resume. See, initial 5 job descriptions you will have to analyze. Once you do those kind of data analysis, you would be able to get an idea, okay, this particular skills are in demand. So these particular skills I need to include in my resume, and I need to prepare accordingly for the interview, because it's important. Just the skills inclusion in your resume will not help. Obviously, you will have to prepare for those things, right? So in order to prepare also, I would tell you, so let me also tell you about the ATS friendly resume template, which I already showcased to you. That's an important thing. Apart from that, if you see, we have the package as well. Okay, so this is a package which you can avail. So I'll be putting this link in the comment section of the video. From this package, you would get an idea what kind of questions you would expect from the automation testing interview questions, from the I would say the Java interview questions answers, asked from from the managerial based questions, behavioral based interview questions and answers. So all these things are very much important, right? So that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching this video and stay tuned for more updates.